Welcome back. This is Module 2, Get Confident. So this whole module is going to be centered around how you can up your confidence level, which is going to in turn effortlessly change your body. It's really fun. It's really cool. I can't wait to get into it. So today's video specifically, we're going to talk about the pain-joy concept and the food mood exercise. So these are things that if you are familiar with my stuff, then you have maybe done a little bit of, but today we're going to get even more in depth and you're going to understand it even deeper, and it's going to set up the solid foundation for the next few videos. By the way, this specific module is so powerful in transformation. Just expect a lot of breakthroughs, expect some big changes in your life, and expect to get really, really excited. Like, you're just going to feel so good. Module 1 is amazing for building that feeling inside and understanding how truly great you are, getting to know the truth about how you're such a gift to this world and how beautiful and wonderful you are. Module 2 is more about, let's get down to the bottom of it. Let's get the deep core so that we can just bring you up and get you as confident as possible so you know the real you inside that is so just radiant and just ready for anything. You can just take on the world. So let's start talking about the pain-joy concept. If this is new to you, the pain-joy concept is something that your mind does. Your brain basically makes a second-by-second choice on what it's going to do based off of if it's going to be painful or if it's going to be joyful. So your mind is very smart, but it's not that smart. We're going to get into why in a second. But it's smart because it always wants to avoid pain. Like, it's constantly thinking to itself, if I do this, will I have pain? If I do this, will I have pain? And which one has less pain? Okay, I'm going for that one. So you're always trying to bring the most joy to yourself. But here's where it doesn't always know what's best for you, is sometimes it has linked up, especially with a lot of like man-made foods and processed foods, that your body doesn't really know what that is, and it's a chemical and it's produced in a way that's gonna like trick your hormones. So you might be thinking that you're getting a lot of pain from eating something bad for you, but the truth is that your brain has linked joy with it because either it's messing with the hormones, or the other thing is you've linked joy in your mind. So a lot of times we'll say, yeah, but if I eat something I know that's going to make me fat, then of course that would be painful for me in the long run. But it's like, no, your brain's not even thinking about the future, the long run. Your brain is thinking about right now, this second. This very second that you're in is the only thing that your brain cares about when it's making a pain-joy decision. So it's saying, what will bring me the most joy right now? And if in this moment you are feeling pain, emotional pain, you're suppressing a lot, like so many people are just walking around in pain, suppressed pain, and they don't even know it. So if you're experiencing that, or maybe you realize that you're experiencing some pain right now, like maybe you're at work and your boss, told you that you didn't do a good job on something and you feel like, oh, it just like kind of hurts your heart. Or maybe somebody you love told you that they don't want to be around you, and it's like, oh, ow. Or like maybe you have a love interest in someone and they told you that they want to see somebody else or they want to see other people. Oh, so that's immediate pain, and you can feel that on a second-to-second basis with a million different things. Those are just some of the bigger ones. And if you experience that pain, your brain says, oh my gosh, it hurts so bad, I need to make it stop. So it does whatever it can do to make the pain stop. And a lot of us from childhood have linked up joy to eating food. Or maybe it's not even from childhood, maybe it's just recent, but you've linked up joy to eating certain foods, usually something sweet, usually something fried, usually something heavy, something that's hearty, maybe creamy. All these things are linked in our brains with joy. So what I'm going to teach you how to do is unlink unhealthy things with joy and link up healthy things with joy. And that is one of the most powerful tools I could possibly give you. I mean, this whole program is so super transformative with so much life-changing information that other people just aren't sharing with you. But this specifically is just like totally mind-blowing, totally game-changing. If you can do this, then you have major power, major power over your body and your health and everything. And you have this this certainty that you are in control of your own body. Most people who are overweight or unhappy with their bodies, they feel out of control. I know I used to feel that way. I just felt out of control. I didn't know what could happen during the day. I didn't know what would pop up, and then what I'd end up eating, and then if I'd end up following through on my workout, or if I'd end up like making healthy choices or not. Like, it's just a million different things. And it just felt really out of control for me. This is how you get to feel in control. You're already starting to feel more in control, but this is even more than that. So it's really exciting. So what you're gonna do with the food mood exercise, I've created this exercise as a way for you to start linking joy to healthy foods and pain to unhealthy foods. So what you're gonna do, I'll put the exercise link. It's a downloadable file. You can download it below. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna see, you'll write in what you ate, and you're gonna write this for every meal. I want you to do it for a full week straight. So from today, for the next 7 days, I want you to do this. And if you can do it for much longer, that's awesome. I'm only gonna hold you to 7 days for right now. But please, please continue this. Maybe you guys wanna form like a little group with each other and hold each other accountable to doing it a little longer. But for the sake of the program, the course, next week we're gonna move into something else for the next 7 days. So this is really our main focus this week. So download that, and you're gonna write your meal. You're gonna write how you felt before you ate, how you felt right after you ate, and how you felt 2 hours after you ate. So what this is gonna tell you is it's gonna explain what foods are bringing you good feelings and what foods are bringing you bad feelings. You're gonna acknowledge it in your mind. So most of the time, things you eat are gonna make you feel bad, but you never slow down long enough to take stock and tell your brain, this actually didn't make me feel good at all. I don't like feeling like that. Or this made me feel amazing. I can't wait to eat that again. You've never taken stock. Or if you've taken stock, then it's been very few and far between. We're gonna like hyper focus on it in a way that's gonna build new associations, because for new associations, it's not like you just do it once and then it's there. You practice it multiple times. It's just like building a muscle. You're not gonna go to the gym one day, lift some weights with your arms, and then expect to have like amazing toned arms. You're gonna do it repetitively and consistently, and then that muscle builds, and then you see it and you'll be like, oh wow, look at that. So same thing, we're gonna do this multiple times throughout the day over the course of the next 7 days, and then you're gonna build that muscle in your mind. So okay, a lot of things that when I first did this exercise for myself, I noticed that when I was eating heavier, like things that weren't good for me, it's also gonna point out to you what things you may be allergic to, which is important as well, because I can guarantee that if you're bloated, that you're eating things that you're allergic to and you don't even know it. So this gives you a lot of insight into your health and into your life and into your body. You know, you're gonna have a very good understanding of both your body and your mind, which is so beautiful, and your personality and your emotions. That's everything in terms of success in your life. So I'm so pumped to bring that all to you in this course. And I'm just so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you signed up for this. It's so transformative. Okay, so when I first started doing this, I remember I would eat junk food sometimes, and I would eat fast food at times too. So if I went out to eat fast food, I would record this and I'd write it down, and I'd start to realize, oh my gosh, when I eat fast food, I feel tired, I feel heavy, like I feel like I need a nap. I can't really communicate with people properly, and I'm not my excited normal self. I'm just like a sloth. I'm very sluggish, and I just want to, like, you know, slouch down in my chair and not be the full me that I was put here on this earth to be. I'm not full of this energy. This energy comes from me being nourished by food, and not from me eating things that take nourishment away. So I started to learn real quick what foods took nourishment away from my body and what foods gave me nourishment. And I started to see things, and this is how you're going to learn your power foods. This is what I call the power foods. These are foods that you know that if you have a big day coming up or something big important in your life, if you eat these foods, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to be on point. Your mental clarity is going to be amazing. Like, everything is just going to be like all right there for you. So you'll start to learn your power foods. I remember writing down that I had raw green beans as a snack, and I felt like, whoa, like I felt like I had a cup of coffee. I was so pumped and energized, and it was just like exactly what my body needed. So I've always known since then, if I want to like have that little burst in a snack, it's raw green beans. Sounds random, but how could I have ever known that if I never stopped to do this, to write this down? So it's beyond powerful, and I'm excited for you to try it. To tell you a little bit more about this pain joy concept, your brain is always on like a second to second basis, it's making these decisions. And if you start to realize that like you have something bad happen to you and you want to grab for the thing that brings you the most joy, which is usually like something like, if it was me, like I still have times where like this will kick in, you know, and it's something I still practice too. It's so much easier now, but like every once in a while I get a little bit sideswiped by something. If an emotion comes up really strong and I'm not dealing with it, maybe I'm trying to suppress it, then I notice that I really badly want like cinnamon roll, mozzarella sticks, what are my other ones? Oh my gosh. Bread and cheese. Bread and cheese cravings come up hardcore. If I'm not trying to avoid something, I feel so good that I just want to keep feeling better, so I want to eat nutritious, healthy food. But when I'm stressed out, those foods like pop up and they're like, eat that, it's going to make you feel better, it's going to bring you more joy. So if you're in a constant state of stress, then you're constantly craving this stuff. But it'll come up for me and I'll just be like, wait a second, I know what this is. This is not a normal craving. Because if I'm craving something sweet or like chocolatey, it's like very easy for me now to just say like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go get some Hail Mary macaroons, which are like really high quality ingredients and not a lot of ingredients, and they're all natural things. And it tastes great, it's chocolatey, it's really good and satisfying. So I'll just be like, oh, I'll just have a Hail Mary macaroon. But I'll know that something else is going on if I think that, like, oh, I'll have a Hail Mary macaroon, and my mind says, no, I want like badass chocolate cake. Like I want like gluten-y, fake sugar chocolate cake. Like that's the ding, 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 ding. Something is going on. I'm suppressing something. I'm not feeling through something. That's my mind saying, I need to get you out of this pain, so I'm going to take you there via food. But if you keep relying on food for the rest of your life to take you out of pain, you'll live a miserable life. It's very painful to just keep avoiding. And I call these your AOAs, your areas of avoidance. Everybody has them. Most people in this group have them. Their main AOA is food. You can have multiple AOAs. Food, alcohol, drugs, relationships, attention, Facebook, like all these different ways that we can avoid pain. Like our brains are so smart, and they're just saying, I want to get you out of pain, whatever I have to do. So they're trying to bring us to those certain things, and that's where it just gets weird. So if your AOA is food and you're just constantly avoiding through food, and then maybe your second AOA is alcohol, then maybe you're like eating a bunch of food and drinking a bunch of alcohol, like ding, 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 you're avoiding something. If it's very different to like sip some champagne or like sip some wine or sip some whatever. That is a very different thing than like getting drunk and like waking up the next day and being like, I feel like crap. So, you know, there's a very delicate balance. Like the drinking too much is like you're avoiding something. You're in some kind of pain. A lot of times we go to social situations and there's food there and there's alcohol. And those two things are areas of avoidance because we feel uncomfortable in our own skin. We feel uncomfortable around people. We haven't quite developed those skills yet. And through doing this course, you're developing the skills to be very confident and very happy going into parties, just not even indulging in those things, or if you indulge in it, you're just having a little bit. When you're around family and indulgent foods like that, sometimes you binge eat because you are just so uncomfortable. And that's what we want to avoid. You can totally still eat the delicious stuff, but there's a difference, as I said, between having like a couple bites of grandma's pie and just being like really tasting it and just being like, this is so good. There's a difference between that and scarfing down like 3 pieces of grandma's pie just because it's like nostalgic and it's like bringing up a comfort level and like a good feeling of joy within you. That's like not the joy that you're getting from tasting it. It's like the joy you're getting from avoiding the pain of talking to certain people, or getting into that conversation, or being around this, or feeling insecure, or feeling like you're not enough, feeling like you're not doing enough. That comes up a lot around family parties, right? Like we feel like we should be a certain place in our lives because this person says we should, or this person thinks we should do that, and they're our role models, so we feel like we should be there and we feel down on ourselves, so we'll start eating. I'm just trying to show you some pathways of how this happens. Or like if you're out to eat, out to dinner with some friends or family, you feel insecure around them, or uncomfortable, like they're so much better than you, even though they're not, everybody is equal, then you're gonna start to eat because you're gonna wanna avoid the pain of feeling that. So just start to understand that this is where this is coming from, and I want you to, the next family party, holiday party, party with friends, just get together, even out to dinner, start to notice when you are overdoing it because you're uncomfortable, because you're avoiding pain. So this has been such a fun and transformative video, and I'm just so excited to bring this info to you. I know it's so life-changing. Make sure you comment on our Facebook page and let me know what light bulbs went off for you when you watched this video, what you got from it. And also start recording today, right now, at your very next meal. Record your food, mood, exercise. Like, record what you ate, record how you felt before, how you felt after, and how you felt 2 hours after, because the 2 hour after point, by the way, is like once your food has really like digested, that's gonna tell you how you feel too. But once you do that with your next meal, you're gonna have a lot of insight, and I can't wait to hear about it. You're gonna start to learn so much about yourself, and this gives you huge keys into getting confidence. Our next video is gonna go deeper into this, so I'm very excited. Thank you for being here, thank you for watching, and get your journal and your pen ready for the next couple videos. They're gonna go deep. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.